cái sự hiện diện của tất cả mọi người, trong đó có nhà báo người Việt và có Việt Nam. Rất cảm ơn tất cả mọi người đã đến đây. Bữa nay là công ty có một cái ngày mà em thấy rất là hiện diện mà nhận cái recognize của từ cái văn phòng giám sát viên. Đó là một cái điều rất là lớn lao cho công ty, và em nghĩ đây là một cái bước mà em có thể sẽ làm được những cái chuyện tốt đẹp hơn cho cộng đồng.
In the future, we're going to work on developing minority businesses that get position. Yeah, có thể go out và contract bằng cái jobs like that. Đó là the future.
Thank you for your support. That's why you want to be here and try to contribute something to the community as well.
Right.
Yeah, so with your support, we sure we will.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, then take a seat. Take a tour, huh?
So actually, that is all my staff.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
This is
How big is the building?
15 house.
Wow.
And we occupy now. Thì trong này là anh vừa thấy nó một cái operation của cái supply cho công tác Việt Nam.
I see.
Đây là công tác logo và đến họ mua những này thì rất đạt chuẩn. I have to teach you here. This is Mr. Pat McNally.
Nice to meet you. Pat McNally with Ferguson.
Hi, I'm Andrew Doe.
Nice to meet you, Andrew.
This, so we become like this.
Okay.
So
partners, business partners, right?
that's right.
So Ferguson is a separate company. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you?
So we are a wholesaler for heating and air conditioning equipment, also plumbing, waterworks, a whole bunch of other stuff. The division I work for sells heating and air conditioning equipment. So we sell a lot of the parts and supplies to homes.
Okay. So Ferguson have been trained us today, train us how to manage the company, how to, all type of training we can provide. And that reason I see that we have a good hand, so we can share that knowledge to our community, to our contractor, to be able to do that skill.
Yeah.
That's a big skill.
And yeah, the more successful they are, the more successful we are. So that all makes sense.
And the education that they get, and the training that they can provide to potential new employees also is a great job generator. And so that's something that really interests me a lot. I'm a big believer in the internship program, and apprenticeship.
Okay.
That's the wave of the future, because everything's getting so technical that we need to be able to have career alternatives for kids.
Right.
And if they want to go in, to me, it'll take probably 2 years before people get really to learn how to do this, right?
Yeah, I try to set up the system in a way, the people they need the right way to do to train. Yeah, we try to educate people. And
I was just going to say, you talk about an easy company to do business with, to work with. I mean, obviously.
Such a pleasant.
Oh, absolutely.
Professional,
Right.
And that's why we picked Stefan, all based. is over the years I've known her, you know, even though we didn't deal with each other on a business level, I've always been struck by how outstanding he is and just how involved he is in personal communities.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think he's got a different mindset than most business people, at least most people that we deal with. Definitely different, which is why I think we're here today.
The long-term vision.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
For 10 years now, we have always taken that long-term vision.
Yeah, that will be thinking about how to train, the community, to district, because, we understand that, when it's close future, we short of technicians.
Yes, absolutely. That's a big deal.
That's true.
And I recognize that, and I have the support, and we can be able to get together to a decision together.
I would like to take this opportunity to invite you to have a seat, please, and then we can start a little. Thank you, everybody, for coming here today on your busy schedule on Friday. It's such an honor for us. And this week is the Small Business Appreciation Week. And we are very proud to have Supervisor here to recognize our face and Stephen Home Comfort for all the work we have done, especially all of your contribution to the community. Thank you so much. And also, I would like to introduce to everybody Mr. Pat McNally. He's the brand manager of Ferguson. And thank you for your support for all this time. Without your support, our company is very hard to be here today to grow this big. Thank you.
Anton working with Supervisor Trudeau. Anton has been such a strong support for us. Without your help, it's very hard for us to be successful today to end up. Thank you so much. And Mr. Fo is the professor in education. We are very pleased to have a chance to work with him in the future, because we were talking about having a training system, like a education center here. And Mr. Fo will help us to form that training program for us. So thank you for having me here. Sky, Fang, where's Sky?
Right here.
Yes. And I would like to thank you, the media who are here today to help us. And Yan from New Viet newspaper, the biggest, largest newspaper in town. And Ania from Viet Face TV, the largest Vietnamese language in our community. He's here to cover this event today. Again, thank you. And right now, I would like to introduce to you the man of the event today, the president of Stephen Home Comfort and our face, Mr. Hong Nguyen.
I'm very honored to stand here today in front of everybody coming today. I have a few words about how, first of all, I would like to express my deepest gratitude whoever today. And, I'm very special to Supervisor Trudeau. Mr. Pat McNally. And thank you, Isaac, Patrick, and also all my staff who worked really hard for the short of nothing, and we can make it even happen today. And please all staff stand up for opportunity to talking about our business, how we come today. We came to US in 1985 with my wife and my first child. When I first came to LA Airport, I remember I have just $1 in my pocket. And my son he liked the ice cream. When he see ice cream, he say, and I say, okay, this is $1. I'm sure it's ice cream under $1. Otherwise I cannot afford it. But I bought the ice cream for him, and I'm broke. To the new country with wife and kid, and broke. So, you know, from that point, I feel like we have to work really hard to support the family first. So I started working in restaurant, I deliver furniture, even I sell in the swap meet. And to the point, I feel like, you know, what is your life? And I choose something to learn, and then I choose automatic mechanism. Automatic is hard to drive, so I think that is a good certificate. So I pick that. So I get into the school and then training. I realize because it burns my hand every time you touch it, because the car is hot, right? And then you touch it. I feel like maybe not for me, but because I pick it, so I have to go with it. But one day, lucky that I have the Thailand Vietnamese refrigeration. He asked me to join with him, so to become helper for the refrigeration company. And then from that point, I feel like, man, this is my job that I like. And then because of that, so I have it today. I don't know how to get out to today. I'm honored to say we did that. But because that I very special thank you to my family, my son. Actually, is my wife on the way, but here is Stefan. We together we have been going through all the recession. You remember the 2008 recession, and that gave us a very hard time, but luckily that we have been past that. So again, I really thank you, my wife, here today. Thank you for your Stefan. Because at that time, we had to work with no pay. I still write, I owe you. I will pay it. So we go through the recession time, and then we come today, and I think it's a good opportunity that we have to recognize from Mr. Andrea. I thank you again for the time that you come here, and thank you for everybody coming.
Please ask Supervisor Trudeau have a few words.
When I present these certificates to small businesses, it is so touching. Because you see, it's not just a business, it's a combination of a lifelong journey to create something for their own life, family. And your story is what I see here, in addition to just the learning to have a business of your own, is a combination of the American dream, the ultimate parable that we hear about America every day. And to have you here to have collaboration with All-Phase and Stefan, to me is a perfect partnership where you help to make a small business grow. And in the process, you don't just grow a business, you grow a member of our community. And on behalf of the county and the county supervisor, the contribution, Ferguson, to your business, but more importantly, your business to the Orange County community is greatly appreciated. It is through this type of work, this type of collaboration, that we build our strength. And I have always believed that this is the core of what it's a generation after generation, community after community of building and adding to our strength of resilience. We talked about surviving through the recession. We all have been there, right? Every business, I mean, they'd be lying if they didn't say the 2008 to 2010, you survived that period, you're made of titanium. And so, through hardship, that's what we become part of, we become better to survive. And so, just, my pride and stuff, is my privilege to be here. I've known you for so long. I've always admired you as a person. But to hear your story and hear the struggle, what you have overcome, and then to see what you have built today, my heart is overfilled with sense of pride. Okay? So on behalf of the Orange County Board of Supervisors, congratulations. And I'm so glad. I want to thank my staff for selecting your business. You make this award very proud. Okay?
I say a few words about Mr. Andrew is, he's, when he really ran for the board supervisor, and I didn't know him for a while, and I know what he finds, I think he do for my community, and he knows, so I've been supporting him from the first day, because I see him have the big future in front, because with his heart, so I just said few words.
Let's touch, since this is going to be written about and publicized in the community, I want to touch on something that Anh Hùng mentioned that is really important. That is the apprenticeship program. That's what we're helping is to create an apprenticeship program to train young people into working with air conditioning and heating systems. I'm a big believer that people say automation and all that will take away jobs. That is, from my perspective, it's only true in a certain segment of our community. There are still going to have to be people that's going to have to actually do the work, that's going to lay the pipe down, that's going to have to lay the electrical line, that's going to have to know how to work the AC system. We all work in buildings, right? What is the one thing that's going to shut everything down is that there's no air. Right? So it's one of those things where what your work there in terms of thinking ahead and creating an apprenticeship program, that's the way of the future. And we rely on such a program, with AC and air, but also with carpentry, electrician. We have a whole generation of that type of craftsmen that we need to train. Because I think the standardization and the automation can only go so far. Right now, people get attracted by this little blinging thing over here with automation, but the day will come when they realize it's still going to come down to quality workmanship, and you only get that by proper training. So, great direction. And Pat, on behalf of the Orange County Board of Supervisors too, I want to recognize Ferguson for your work in working with Stefan and all this. Okay, your contribution. This is the building of the community in what your company does, and not just your president, but your regional district manager being here, show the commitment to our community. For that, I want to thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You should have the regional person up there too.
I'm a regional guy.
I'll take that.
Here was, in recognition of National Small Business Week, is the reason we're all here. And I said, you better get this out of the way now, because it's not going to be too much longer that I'm going to be a small business, right? But I've known this guy for a long time, and I have to say that there's really no better business partner. I mean, there's no better man or organization that as a company we would like to be associated with. I mean, he makes dealing from a business standpoint fun, really enjoyable, and he really takes the whole partnership piece, which is crucial, to our success together, seriously. It's not a one-way street; it's a two-way street. And again, what he does for the community, what he does for his organization, and really for for the future of the area, is really immeasurable. So thank you for everything you've done for us as well as in the community, etc. So.
Now, in order for us to show our appreciation to your help,
and support. When Mr. Hung have a little gift to present it to you.
And this I got for this back to you. To remember the day today that we have this one. Thank you very much. Thank you. Again, man, we've been in such a good time together.
Yeah.
And this is appreciation to yourself.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
So can we have a group picture now, please?